Splatoon 3's new Sizzle season 2024 has just released last night, and you know what that means. Giving my unwanted opinion and feelings on it. Let's just go in. Before we take a deep dive in my honest opinion on the weapons, we'll be taking a look at the new stage, which is currently, I don't know how to say this, sorry for butchering it if I do, RRAHH. This is one of the new stages that was recently added last night. Nintendo NA on Twitter describes it as a modern structure that was built during the recent renovation that separates the desolate craters from the bustling scenes of Splatoon to create a unique site. And honestly, I think it is really rocking that look. The stage is very open and large and great for combat and sharp attacks, and there's a lot of bumpers, poles and boxes for sneaky players to hide around. The moving platforms did throw me off at first. Literally. The moving platforms can be good for weapons that have not such good mobility to help get around, like Hydra Splatlings, well strings, longer charges maybe, although definitely don't try to run against it, it's really not fun. Yeah, that's why I got pushed off. Alright, that's enough of what I think of the map, now it's time for the weapons. I've got the weapons. So basically how I will be reviewing the weapons is they will all be in chronological order. I will say my likes, dislikes, if I enjoyed using it, and if it's fun to fight against. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. My honest opinion on this weapon, I really couldn't get the hang of it. Then again, this is all recorded at 4 AM, and I wasn't entirely awake, but I should definitely retry it. I like range blaster, I like blasters, and I like the satisfying hit you get with this weapon. I like the Kraken special, and I like the splat bomb for easy chipping and assist splats. I'm not really sure how to critique this one, mainly because I suck at blasters. So that definitely doesn't help it. I didn't like using it during this time, but then again, I was tweaking from a huge loss streak, so I'll definitely retry it. The Kraken special and the splat bomb scare me. It's not extremely fun to fight against, but it's easy to hit sometimes. I genuinely thought I was hitting somebody's shots. Oh boy, this weapon. This weapon is very cool. I adore Splatlings, as some of my friends know, with all my being, and this one isn't very different. The Splatling with Crab Tank and Splat will make for a very aggressive kit with a lot of painting probabilities. It's very good for actually killing. I can't really critique this weapon, except maybe the Crab Tank, which I dislike fighting against, but that is a personal opinion of mine. Is it fun to fight against? Kinda. But I had a lot of time using this weapon, and it was very fun. Oh boy, do I have stuff to say about the well string. I really don't like it. I'm very mixed on it. On one hand, I adore the range, the possibilities for insta-kills, and with not even a fully charged shot, and the explosive 5 arrows. In the trailer, I thought it would be like the elite of the tri-stringers. I'm so used to charging up my shots fully though, so I don't get the maximum potential of the weapon. Auto bomb is good for seeking out the enemies, and surprisingly the stamper matches it good, because I find myself with a hammer in my face every single time I fight these little shit. You don't even need a full charged shot to kill, which is what I heard watching a stream last night, and goddamn, that's really scary. Wasn't fun to use, terrible to fight against. Maybe it's a skill issue. Let me start with this weapon. I adore Brellas as much as the next person. I adore the recycled Brella. Good range, good damage. Despite a shield that's probably worse than the greatest of all time, my undercover Brella, it's still really good. The Toxic Mist is amazing for slowing your enemies and landing the exact hit on them to deliver the final blow with another hit, or the grand special, the triple splashdown, which this weapon has. I really like weapons with the triple splashdown. The only dislikes I have are the shield, but it's the recycled Brella and it's just another variant of another weapon. It's fun to play with, and I think it could be fun to fight against. I've never got on the hype with these weapons. I'm not sure if there was any hype when the Dowsers first came out. They're basically dualies, but with one roll. And I think extra range? I do like the fast firing after one roll though. It maybe has a little less ink consumption, so ink mine can perfectly fit with it for people to walk into and get damaged, roll, kill, and fire it too. I'm not sure on the Killer Whale special, but I'm not entirely negative or positive. I'm quite neutral on the thing. I haven't fought against anyone with these weapons actually, so I can't say if they're fun to fight against. It's certainly very fun to use. I can't critique it honestly, but I am used to more aggressive weapons. I don't have the best opinion on the Bamboozler of this one. Well, basically, I'm not normally a fan of charges that can't kill with one charged shot. But then again, I've never really played with a Bamboozler. But testing this weapon out was a little weird, like I was shoved out my comfort zone. But with Auto Bomb and Killer Whale, it seals the deal in a cute little bamboo bow for assist kills and shipping damage. But then again, I don't have the best aim, so that might be my difficulties to why I can't hit a charger shot. Not hard to fight against really, not really fun to use, not a fan of 2-hit kill charges. I've tried my hand at the Hydra Splatling, and it's not as bad, but the custom variant, it's absolutely diabolical. While playing with friends last night, I think it was agreed that the special screen was not allowed or it was to be thrown off the map. And that's for a good reason, because this special is still an absolute joke. It hurts your own team and the enemies. Ink Mine is just a slight chip onto what this kit could have been. I've never been a fan of the Hydra, really, because of the range and the damage. The only positive I can have is that it's semi-decent for inking ground, I guess, and its range is good for killing. Naughty Octolings go to the timeout corner for splat screen. Oh god, I am so mixed on the Mint Decapitator and the Charcoal variant. On one hand, I love the large hitbox, the damage, and even the long swing. It's perfect for some very good, easy and quick kills. I do dislike the no vertical swing, but maybe I'm just too used to Splatanas having vertical swings. The swing power is a little slower because it covers more turf, and it makes up for the absolute insane damage, might I add, for its ink usage. If you time it just right, you can get a full 80 on someone. It takes 100 to kill them. And at close, you can get an easy insta-kill. Jesus. Mint has Suction Bomb, which is amazingly good at killing, and surprisingly it has Big Bubbler. Surprised they still remember that special exists. Charcoal also has Inkjet, I'm pretty sure, and I think Charcoal has Splash Wall, which I'm not sure why you would add Splash Wall. That is getting a major debuff. It's quite scary to fight against, but it's pretty fun to play with. Now, I won't forget the Salmon Run fans that I possibly have, as I've actually been playing Salmon Run quite a bit recently. I've been in a group farming for the Octolite armor, because I love Octarian armor, really. I haven't unlocked anything recently, but I do enjoy the new updates they have of gear, decorations, stickers, and banners. And recently, the new clothes you get, I think, for the rotation is nice. It's the cooler jacket. I have it myself, and it's got a nice little Tacticooler on the back for some Tacticooler propaganda. Overall now, I've explained my honest thoughts and opinions on how I really feel. I wasn't around for some of the older seasons, so I don't know what true greatness lies like in a season, but I can say I think the season is quite decent despite having some controversies. I think the season is ultimately really decent. It's quite fun, and it brings some new weapons I'm definitely going to enjoy playing with. But this isn't over yet. Now, I absolutely adore the catalogue. I love leveling up and collecting all the items, and there seems to be a bunch of new emotes to collect. I'm a huge fan of the emotes, the stickers, the clothes, the decorations, and seeing more of everything become available is nice. We finally have a deep cut emote, an off the hook one, and finally Squid Sisters and Trans Veronica that I keep seeing on Twitter. I do wish Splatoon would focus more on the fashion aspect sometimes, especially as in the earlier games, Inklings were described as fresh and loving the cool new hip stuff, and it would be really cool to even see some of the Octarian fits. Sadly, Splatoon 3 is near its deathbed, so I don't expect anything, and plus, it's not a fashion game, but still, an Octoling can dream. Now, that's purely everything I think on the season. It's purely not a bad season. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm sure I'll have fun with the new catalogue. It definitely looks really good. But don't get me started on the stupid jellyfish.